حي على الفلاح.
Assalamu alaikum. Surprise, surprise. Yes, I saw the lyrics of a song someone sent me, and I was quite shocked actually to see that little children as young as 7 and 8 are learning this song that speaks about sex and the organs of male and female and how they are used and size of the organs and so on and what happens and what they will do, and the words used are colloquial, there is slang terminology that is actually of a level that those who believe in the Almighty and the last day and agree and believe in answerability to the Almighty, the day of reckoning, would definitely feel that it does not meet their morals and values, but it's out there. I think even those who are atheists, even those who don't believe in God, who hold a little bit of morals and values, would actually agree that we need to somehow get a message across to the people in the music industry to come up with good words and good songs that promote values and morals and not just speak about the organs of males or females. People say you're objectifying women. Well, women sometimes are objectifying men. You speak about the size of organs to little children. How could you do that? And another thing is, people might say, well, why are the children listening to it? And why are they doing? You know that things out there today, everyone has a phone and everyone is going to listen. And what's happening? We're trying to protect the children from pedophilia. We want to protect the women from being abused. And at the same time, we're releasing things that make them so inquisitive that at the age of 8, if they were to hear something, the legal age of actually doing anything from a secular perspective is mostly 18, in some cases 20, 21. So what's going to happen in these years? Do we really think we're protecting our children? I call on the people of other faiths as well to comment about this. What do you think? What do you believe about morals? I'm sure we share a lot in common to say we need to protect our children, our families, our societies and communities. These type of words we can do much, much better. And I pray that we do much better, because where are we heading? It's going to get worse as time passes if we don't comment about it. I'm not one to even comment, but this thing was brought to my attention. I was shocked. I had to confirm, are you sure? These are lyrics of a song. Yes. And then there's little children singing along, and there are challenges on TikTok and Instagram and everywhere else where innocent kids and teenagers, not yet even the age of majority, are already trying things out and saying things. And subhanallah, may Allah protect us. I really am saddened by this. I don't mean to attack anyone, but I want to highlight the concern that I have as a parent, as a believer, as a person who really would like to see goodness for men and women, for our children. We want to see them grow with good morals and values, respecting each other, respecting people of other races, other nationalities, other faiths, whatever they may be. We need this mutual understanding and respect. I think even those who don't believe in God Almighty would probably agree, if they hold values and morals high, that we need to do something about this in a positive way. So this was just a video to highlight the issue. We know what's going on sometimes, and we're saddened by it. We believe you could have done much better than this, because subhanAllah, I know popularity comes sometimes when people compromise certain things. So remove your clothes, you become famous, you make a lot of money. That's nudity. You might say it's your right, but think of what's going on. People decided we want to liberate women by enslaving them, by making them feel you have to do this for popularity. Your behind has to be a certain size, your breasts have to be a certain size in order to be popular and acceptable. What's that? Your face has to look a specific way in order for you to be acceptable. What's that? That's where religion comes in and says, hey, be happy with who you are, what you have. So what is that? I haven't answered it. You can answer it in the comments. And the same applies to males. We talk about not talking about women and their size. Why do we talk about men and their size? And why do we talk about these things that, subhanAllah, it's shocking. It's shocking. For me, I wouldn't have believed I was going to address a matter of this nature a few years ago. But I think we just crossed a certain line where I had to address it. Let's not pretend like people don't know what I'm talking about. We all know, including the children, including little kids, know exactly what I'm talking about. So I pray that the Almighty grant us goodness and guidance and give us contentment and happiness and truly help us to protect the rights of the women, the children, the men, the downtrodden, the weak, the people of all races, no matter where they're from. And may the Almighty help us to uphold beautiful, high values and morals, such that when we sing songs or whatever it may be, it's always encouraging people to do good and upholding the best of values in that. I pray also that the Almighty protect us. My address to those in the music industry, or my little request, should I say, I wouldn't like to say challenge, but a little request to the music industry is, please, can we have those songs or lyrics that are filled with goodness, morals, values, respect of the opposite sex, respect of the women, respect of men, respect of children and parents and the communities and families and people across the globe, rather than becoming so vulgar that nearly every song that comes from certain angles are just filled with that which is so vulgar, so immoral. And the worst part of it is it's becoming more and more, it's becoming worse actually. It's more and more vulgar, more and more abusive, filled with words that are so bad that it seems to some that it's actually pornographic to read it. So imagine singing it and it's being repeated all night. They're listening to it in their ears, little kids, and it's their bedtime song. Come on. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. And this is why we say, my brothers, my sisters, those of us who believe in Allah and the last day, protect your ears from things like these. Because wallahi, it will impact your mind. It will impact your character, your conduct. It also impacts the way you look at the opposite sex, the way you look at men, the way you look at women, the way you look at children. It all has an impact. So I think, those in authority need to think about what limits and lines we can actually set in order to perhaps govern the way lyrics should go. Some might think I sound foolish and I shouldn't say it. I believe it was my duty just to express a view, and I'm free to express it. As a believer, a believing male, I think we can do much, much better. And I think it was my duty to let my children know, those who look up to me, that look, we share, even people with other faiths, those who don't have faiths as well. The atheists and so on. I'm sure those who hold high morals and values would agree with what I've said today, that we're just pushing it a bit too much. It's getting a little bit, it's getting cringy actually. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you for listening. أقول قولي هذا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you so much for listening to the short message.